Scott Bain will have 50,000 more Celtic fans at his back than his last Old Firm game. But the Hoops No.1 still wishes there were more Rangers fans to bring the big game edge to this Sunday's showdown. Bain was thrown in at the deep end a year ago for the biggest game and biggest win of his life in his Celtic debut. The come-from-behind 10-man 3-2 triumph at Ibrox that all but clinched the title. The stakes are just as high this time around. A win stretches Celtics led at the top to 13 points with just 7 games left. However, the 27-year-old still insists he'd rather have 8,800 away fans to get his derby dander up after a season-long ticket standoff between the clubs short-circuited the game's electric atmosphere. Scott Bain celebrates after Tom Rajachol. Image, Reuters. Michael Lustighan's Celtic fitness boost as he's named on bench for Sweden. Bain has waited 12 months for another chance to experience the high he did last March, and he goes in seeking redemption for his mates after their unbeaten streak against their rivals was ended abruptly in December. He watched that game from the bench with Craig Gordon in goal but said, "The experience I had in the game at Ibrox last year will help me. I'd only found out I was playing on the morning of the game when Doris de Vries was struggling. There will be a lot more Celtic fans there this time than the last Old Firm match I played in, at least. With what has happened with ticketing arrangements, there will be less Rangers fans and we need to use the atmosphere. Hopefully that stands us in good stead. I don't think it has made too much difference to the games, the lack of away fans. I wouldn't read too much into it. But, if anything, I like it when there are more away fans in the stadium." Ugly scenes as Celtic's Lee Griffiths celebrates in front of the Rangers fans. Image, PA. It creates a better atmosphere, more of an Old Firm derby feeling. But it is what it is, and hopefully we can use the backing of our fans to get the win. Bain arrives at the game with mixed emotions from a rollercoaster week with Scotland. His first ever international started disaster in Kazakhstan, before picking up the easiest clean sheet he'll ever have in San Marino. However, the Celtic goalie insists he'll be on an even keel. He said, "We've been looked after well while we've been away, with top-class planes, top-class hotels, and the food has been great. Now it's a case of resting and going again." Jan Borogovsky beats Scott Bain to make it 2-0 to the hosts. Image, SNS Group. The former Dundee keeper, now a cast-iron first choice for the national team. After the retirement of Sunday's opposite number Alan McGregor, may have escaped the stick dished out to some of his teammates for their insipid 2-0 win over the world's worst international team in San Marino. But he was defensive when asked if the result masked the lack of quality in the performance. He said, "I wouldn't say that. I thought we controlled the game from start to finish. It was similar to playing a lower league team back home. You've got to be patient, you've got to move the ball quickly and hope the space opens up for you to play through. We were never in any danger. Obviously we'd have liked to have scored more goals. When they tired towards the end, we could have got 3 or 4 more, but the most important thing was getting 3 points." Scotland line up to face San Marino. Image, SNS Group. I wouldn't say it was a bad performance. It was quite a quiet night for me. It was just a case of when I did see the ball I had to keep it moving. That was the story of the game, keep the ball moving. Of course we would have liked more goals, but it's always difficult when you're away from home in European football. There weren't really any nervous moments though. There was one where the boy got in and I tried to push him wide, set it was too tight an angle for him to score from. I obviously didn't want to interfere with him and give him a claim for a penalty. But against any team you know they're going to get a chance. Image, SNS Group. You can't just go up the pitch every time and score. You can't stop people from getting the odd chance over 90 minutes. It's difficult to keep concentrated for that time. But I thought we did really well to keep the amount of opportunities they had down and nullify any chances they had. Bain's only other cap was a half against Mexico last summer in the heavily criticized trip to Central America. but he believes there's plenty to build on with a young back four in front of him. He said, "It was a great experience for myself. Obviously we haven't started the group as we would have wanted to, but it's a learning curve, and at least that game was at the start. We've got a long way to go now, and we are building relationships and understandings with each other. It's great to have had the #1 jersey in the 2 games in which I have played so far.